Every ASMR video you've seen probably starts with this microphone, the Blue Yeti, a simple USB mic that somehow became the go-to for millions of creators. But here's the thing, it was never designed for ASMR. Yet, somehow, its flaws are exactly what made it perfect for Tingles. This mic used to be synonymous with podcasters and musicians who needed quality recording without the hassle. A lot of podcasters use this, Twitch streamers use this, gaming YouTubers use this all the time. But now, hundreds of thousands of ASMR channels use this microphone to whisper into your ears every night. The shift happened gradually. Around 2009, Blue Microphones launched the Blue Yeti as a prosumer USB microphone. For years, it dominated the podcasting and home recording scene. Then, somewhere around 2016, when ASMR started exploding on YouTube, something interesting happened. ASMR artists discovered this mic, and not just small channels. We're talking about everyone from beginners with 100 subscribers to many major creators. What's weird is this transition was never planned. Blue Microphones never advertised, "Hey, use this for ASMR." But somehow, this microphone became the natural choice for ASMR artists everywhere. Here's what's fascinating. This mic was never promoted for ASMR, but because of its design and technology, people felt like the whisper sounds were different, more intimate and detailed. Even now, if you search Blue Yeti, one of the first suggestions is Blue Yeti ASMR. The mic brand probably never expected they'd become famous in the sleep and relaxation community. But why did a mic that's supposedly too sensitive for podcasts become perfect for ASMR? The answer lies in what podcasters saw as problems, but ASMR artists saw as features.
To understand this story, we need to know who Blue Microphones really is. Founded back in 1995 by Skipper Wise and Martinus Saunders in Latvia, they initially focused on making high-end condenser mics for professional studios. The Blue Yeti was their attempt at democratizing audio studio quality, but accessible for regular people. USB plug and play, no expensive equipment needed. Now, here's an interesting twist in the story. Just as ASMR was really taking off and the Blue Yeti was becoming synonymous with the community, something big happened behind the scenes. In 2018, right when Blue Yeti had become the unofficial king of ASMR mics, Logitech acquired Blue Microphones for $117 million. This wasn't just any acquisition. Logitech saw the potential in what Blue had built, especially with the growing creator economy and the unexpected success in the ASMR space. Logitech purchased Blue in 2018 for $117 million, recognizing that they'd stumbled onto something special with their accidental ASMR domination. So what made ASMR creators fall in love with this particular microphone? Well, it comes down to several things that just clicked perfectly with what ASMR needed. The setup process is incredibly simple. When you're just starting out in ASMR, you don't want to deal with complicated audio interfaces or phantom power supplies. You want to focus on your content, not troubleshooting technical issues. Blue Yeti solved that. Plug it into your computer, open your recording software, and you're ready to go. Then there's the sweet spot between price and quality. The Blue Yeti isn't the most expensive microphone out there, and it's definitely not the cheapest either. But for what you pay, the audio quality is surprisingly good for ASMR content. It's clear, it's detailed, and most importantly, it's consistent every time you use it. But here's where it gets really interesting. The Blue Yeti has 4 different pickup patterns: cardioid, stereo, omnidirectional, and bidirectional. This gives ASMR creators incredible flexibility. Want to focus on just your voice? Use cardioid. Want to create that spacious, binaural-ish effect? Switch to stereo. Need to capture ambient room sounds? Omnidirectional has you covered. Working on a role play with multiple people? Bidirectional is perfect. This is where the magic happens though. The Blue Yeti is incredibly sensitive. Podcasters often complain about this because it picks up everything: keyboard clicks, air conditioning, even your heartbeat if you're too close. For podcasting, these are problems you need to solve. But for ASMR, this sensitivity is exactly what creators wanted. Those soft whispers, the gentle tapping of fingers on wood, the subtle rustling of paper, all those tiny details that create tingles get captured beautifully. What made podcasters frustrated made ASMR artists excited. There's also something to be said about the visual appeal. The Blue Yeti has this distinctive, almost retro-futuristic design that's instantly recognizable. When viewers see it in a video, they immediately associate it with quality ASMR content. It became a visual cue that said, this creator knows what they're doing. Over the years, Blue has expanded the Yeti line. There's the Blue Yeti Nano for those wanting something more compact and budget-friendly, the Blue Yeti X with its fancy real-time LED meter, and the Blue Yeti Pro that combines both XLR and USB connectivity. But the original Blue Yeti remains the most iconic and widely used among ASMR creators. What's beautiful about this whole story is how it represents something bigger happening in content creation. We're living in an era where you don't need expensive studio equipment to create professional-sounding content. A decent microphone and a quiet bedroom can become your production setup. Behind all the technical specifications, there's something more human happening here. Millions of people around the world are using this microphone to help others sleep, relax, and cope with anxiety. A tool that was originally designed for podcasts and music became an instrument for comfort and healing. It's one of those perfect examples of how technology can find its true purpose in ways nobody expected. So back to our original question, how did one microphone become an ASMR icon? The Blue Yeti succeeded in ASMR not despite its quirks, but because of them. Its sensitivity, which frustrated podcasters, created the perfect conditions for capturing those delicate sounds that make ASMR so effective. Now that Blue Microphones knows about their unexpected ASMR success, they've started embracing it, even sponsoring some major creators. But will the Blue Yeti maintain its crown, or will some new challenger come along and change the game? Have you ever used a Blue Yeti for ASMR? Or maybe you're thinking about getting one? Drop your story in the comments. I'd love to hear how it worked for you. And if you're into exploring how certain tools, triggers, and creators shape the ASMR world, hit subscribe.